A look from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room.
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career, much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Middleton the pass to Antetokounmpo. Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. George with the ball. Knocks down the three ball. George has got 5 now.
You're asking for trouble now if you let Paul George get room to run. Excellent transition and superb at getting himself in the right position.
Holiday finds Antetokounmpo. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
Now here's Leonard. Lopez with the block.
Just superb timing. Lopez stretches out beautifully to send that back.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And Middleton kicks to Holiday. Middleton outside. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. From the top of the key. Doesn't go that time. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
Lopez kicks to Middleton. Shoots over Leonard. Tries again. The shot's good from Lopez.
Listen, guys, Brook Lopez has a big body, and if you don't box him out, he's going to get some work done on the glass.
George looking around. In the corner, it's Morris. Now the pass to Beverly. George against DiVincenzo. And George gets it to go.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, Holiday makes it off the glass.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Pass to Beverly. Leonard against Middleton. Out to Ibaka. All sorts of time. The rebound by Middleton.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up.
Oh, wow.
The pretty dunk brings down the house.
Gracious. Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me. What confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. The Bucks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And that one's good by Giannis.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now, here's George. He has 7. Kicks it out to Leonard. Morris outside. Offline with his three. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Here's DiVincenzo. Middleton dishes to Lopez. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. Rebound by the Clippers.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Clippers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
I don't know if it's underplayed, but there's an all-around aspect to what Paul George does on a night-by-night basis. This guy is an elite two-way player.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Teague with a clean look. That three off the mark. Los Angeles is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And George with the stuff.
Well, you love how Paul George finishes on the drive. That is a powerful dunker right there.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Mora can't get it to go. Morris into the lane, and Morris throws it down.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he...
For me personally,
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Teague, and it's Forbes in a shooting guard. And he gets the bucket. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
The shot's good from Forbes.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now, here's Kennard. Guarded by Tucker. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Los Angeles. Six on the shot clock. Unloads from 13. No good from Zubac.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Pass to Jackson. The three. Los Angeles with another miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Holiday trying to free himself up. Antetokounmpo, no good. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Jackson gets the bucket.
Boy, that is absolutely gorgeous by DeMarcus Cousins. Run the offense through your big man, and he will find the open man.
Outside Holiday. From about 19 feet. And he gets the jumper to drop. Holiday's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bucks.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Outside, Batum. Back to Jackson. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half. Jackson missing again.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the freak, Superman, what have you. But none of it feels like an exaggeration.
And the Bucks with possession here. Clock at 6. Holiday, the pass to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
52 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's George. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got 16 points.
Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
Passes it to Giannis. Back to Holiday. Dishes it to Lopez. Good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Clippers trail by 4. Now here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. 19 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Giannis with it. He's got 11. And there's the pass to Holiday. Over Beverly. And that one released in time, but no good. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They only had a couple rough stretches. That's all for now.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a quick one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from George.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
We've got Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's George in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now here's Middleton. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. And the Bucks lead by 6.
And that was a big-time finish. Middleton with the strength now to get hit and still complete the play.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Stolen by Middleton. It's stolen by Ibaka. Stolen by Middleton. About 1 minute played here in the second half. The Bucks getting another chance here.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
And there's the call on Donte DiVincenzo. That'll be his second foul of the game. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Beverly finds Batum. Down low. Out of bounds. Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Now here is Ibaka. George, that's a two-pointer. He climbs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. George has got 18 points.
What you love about Paul George is if he understands he's got his game in rhythm, he's going to stay aggressive.
Outside Teague. To the wing right side. 5 to shoot. He can't get it to go. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
How about Paul George? Puts it on the deck, uses that explosive quickness. This guy is really hard to contain.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the three ball.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Well, Patrick Beverley puts it on the deck, drives to the cup, and will get to the free throw line.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Cousins comes in for Nicholas Batum. Morris is checked in for Leonard. And it's Luke Kennard in for George. Outside Holiday. Floats one up. And the turnover again by Milwaukee.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Patrick Beverley. And here are the Clippers. A big stretch here going 10-2. Jackson looking around. The Clippers keep it alive. And the dunk by Zubac.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Lopez has got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
Kennard kicks to Morris. DiVincenzo against Kennard. Pass to Cousins. Lots of room. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, you don't see him work the catch-and-shoot game often, but DeMarcus Cousins proving capable right there.
DiVincenzo against Kennard. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here now, the Clippers. They're on a 14-4 run right now. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the... And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Outside Jackson, inside, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, quality shots usually translate to great percentages. The chippy for DeMarcus Cousins with authority.
Now T. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Over to the left wing. Can't cash in from close range. The third quarter comes to a close. Clippers ahead. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
Kennard against DiVincenzo. The shot's good from Kennard.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Middleton the pass to DiVincenzo. Middleton looking it over. On the wing, Giannis. Nice D from Cousins. Los Angeles leading by 4. Morris into the lane. Up top, Zubas. Outside, Jackson. With the floater, here's Cousins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, DeMarcus Cousins, not a tremendous leaper. So what do? You go to your up fake game and catch that defense off balance.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. Right side, Holiday. Three-pointer. Here's Antetokounmpo. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That'll be his second foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Beverly against Holiday. And George, here we go. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You got to love the penetration by Paul George. He's really quick on his feet, and the defense cannot handle him right now.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Here's Leonard, following the basket by Brook Lopez. Batum dishes to Leonard. Over Giannis. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
Now, here's George. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Ibaka right side. That one's good from the corner. And the Clippers lead by 6.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverly. Wow.
Giannis passes to DiVincenzo. He's looking for Giannis and finds him.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Batum, and Batum throws it down.
It's been like this all night for both teams, the offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
And the basket is good.
Silky smooth jumper from Paul George, and he just lets it fly whenever he gets free from that spot.
Here's Holiday. Paul George making his last shot. And here is DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo. That's a two-pointer. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Here's Beverly. To the paint. Ibaka down low. Lopez is there. Ibaka, no luck. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Bucks. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
George dishes to Batum. Back to George. Leonard with no one around. Hits it from three-point range.
This guy loves to help his team space the floor. You have to respect Kawhi's range. He will make you pay.
To the inside, Middleton. It drops. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And this is why he gets paid the big bucks. Middleton enjoys coming through in the clutch.
Now, here is George. So the Clippers with the win. It was a thing. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. Sports fans, thanks for joining us. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. And for the Nets, Durant is out there with Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Brown. And it's Harden in at the point guard position. Now here's Harden. Back to KD. Kicks it to Brown. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The shot. And it's Jordan. That time on the assist by Brown. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after.
Here's Brown. Paul George making his last shot. Brown the pass to Jordan. Back to Brown. 6 to shoot. Here's Harden. The shot misses. The Clippers go the other way with it. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Harden surveying the D. On the wing, Harden. To the middle, here's Jordan, and he banks in the layup.
Hey, when you're as big and strong as Jordan is, you expect to get hit. You expect contact. And Jordan doesn't let it bother him.
Now, here is Morris. Here's Beverly, and the layup's good off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Harden against Beverly. Now, here is Harden, guarded closely. Now, here's Durant. This one for 3, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. The Clippers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
Yep, that one goes.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
Harden against Beverly. Harden kicks to Brown. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the first. Here's Ibaka outside for George. Leonard with no one around. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. They trail by 7. To the paint, here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And, you know, when you get a clean look at the rim, Harden usually will find you. I think he's underrated and undervalued at making his teammates better.
Now here's Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on James Harden.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Cousins comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Durant. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high. Makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Here's Leonard, leading by 5. Outside for Jackson. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Lobbed up there for Durant. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
Pass to Kennard. Now, here's Zubac. Back to Kennard. Pass to Cousins. Shot clock at 5. Here's Leonard. Jordan with the rebound. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break over Jackson. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. KD's got 6.
When you've got the kind of game and shot Durant has, you don't lack for confidence. He is ready to catch and fire whenever he gets the opportunity.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Clippers lead by 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, this is how you can keep a crowd quiet, though. I mean, methodically score at the line and take some of that energy away from the fans. They don't like to have the action stop in the opposing team scoring.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Reggie Jackson. Batum is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Kennard in at the 2-guard spot.
Always great from deep. I don't think Irvin has gotten enough credit for how lethal he is from behind the arc.
Kennard on the wing. The shot from 20 feet away. The Clippers keep it alive. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Now, here's Irving. To the left side wing. Claxton the pass to Irving. Over Jackson. Batum grabs the miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Boy, he gets a head of steam like that. He is a terror to behold. Cousins getting it done.
And Brooklyn has possession after the basket by Los Angeles. Now Irving. Pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Irving. And here is Green. Dinwiddie left side. Chalk up 2 there. Dinwiddie's got his first bucket in this one.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is. That's a tough shot.
There's Jackson with the 3. Clippers moving the ball around. Back to Batum. A rebound by the Nets. Tries it from 9. Jackson against Irving. From deep 3-point range. Unable to get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Batum attacking, and that one is good. And the Clippers lead by 4. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
There's 1:38 left now here in the second. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Outside, Griffin. Back to Irving. 4 on the clock.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Kennard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Kennard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers. Nets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Irving against Jackson. Irving passes to Claxton. Back to Irving. Outside for Griffin. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
Hey, guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Kennard for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Well, you're scratching your head with how do you defend a guy like Durant. I mean, his length, his speed, ball handling, all allow him to draw fouls easily.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
George looking over the floor. From deep. It's hauled in by Harris. On the wing, Brown. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Offensive rebound, Jordan. And there's the bucket. Stand with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. And you think about how Kawhi Leonard is able to dominate from the position at both ends of the floor. And that's a wrap for our halftime show.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We got DeAndre Jordan. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Brown in a 2-guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Harden. It's Brown on the wing. Morris against Durant. Out to Harris. And here's Harden for 3. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists in the game.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Outside Leonard. The pass to Ibaka. Dishes it to Morris. Back to Ibaka. He feeds it to Morris. Shoots over KD. And that one goes long. Nets trail by 3. Brown the pass to Harris. Back to Brown. It's Harden with the drive. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. That shot off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Kicks it out to Leonard. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it.
Oh,
wow. And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
Pass to Beverly. Now Ibaka. Passes to George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Now, here is Harden. 5 points in the game. KD against Morris. Back to Harden. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Here's George. The rebound by Harden. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. It's a three-point game. Brown dishes to Jordan. Over Ibaka. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 6.
Boy, how about the deceptive strength of George fending off the defense exceedingly well there and taking the ball strong to the rack.
Now is Harden. From deep three-point range, the offensive rebound, and finished off by KD.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
Here's George. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. George passes to Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 4th assist in this one. Nets trail by 5. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Lets it go from deep. Jordan kicks to Harden. Outside Durant. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. He's got 12.
KD's aggressive streak coming out on that play. He can mix it up with the big guys when he needs to.
Outside, George sinks the three-pointer. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Back to Harden. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Morris with the ball. And that one's good. Beverly.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots. Playing smart with the lead.
Now, here is Harden. He has 5. And here's Harris from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Harris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Los Angeles leading by 5. Beverly finds Leonard. From downtown, it's good from long range. Leonard's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Clippers.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers ahead. They're up by 8. And we'll have the start of a 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. 4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Luke Kennard, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum, and it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Claxton, back to Griffin. Outside Irving. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Clippers leading by 8. Zubac, bounce pass. Kennard. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now, here is Irving. Outside Griffin. Nets with the new shot clock. Green kicks to Dinwiddie. Here's Claxton. Zubac defending. They kick it out to Green. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Beyond the arc. Kept alive. Outside Jackson. Jacks up a 3. The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Irving.
Boy, that's exactly how you punish a team in transition. Kyrie getting out in front and going straight on the attack.
Kennard against Dinwiddie. Back to Jackson. Here's Cousins. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Claxton. Cousins against Griffin. Batum passes to Kennard. Clippers moving the ball around. Jackson has the open look. Brooklyn with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Zubac. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Joe Harris is checked in for Jeff Green. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. Now, here is Morris. Harden missing his last shot. Beverly finds Ibaka. And here's George. He's covered by Irving. Ibaka. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. It's the Nets now. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. The wide open look for Durant. And the Nets miss again. George way outside. Shoots the 3. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 7 rebounds in the game. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Here's Ibaka. Gets to the corner and buries it. And the Clippers lead by 12.
And not entering the league as a natural catch-and-shoot guy, Ibaka certainly has developed this part of his game.
Looking to get it going. And he connects with the jumper.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play. And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Clippers.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for George.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the court, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
George, no good. There's 42 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Nobody near Irving. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
And here's George for 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Brown in at the shooting guard position. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Teague. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. Tries from 10, and Durant gets it to go. The assist by Brown. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor.
Harden can't hit.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Teague against Harris. Teague the pass to Antetokounmpo. Jordan with some nice D.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Harden dishes to Jordan. It's Sullivan to Antetokounmpo. Floats it up for Giannis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
That's a nice toss up there, so you got to like the timing. But, of course, that's Giannis. He's going to grab anything.
Brown outside. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And here's Harden for 3. It's rebounded by Teague.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
He kicks to Middleton. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Harden, no good. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Stolen by Durant. And here we go. Harden into the hoop.
Phenomenal basketball instincts by Durant. Picks that one clean and then sends it the other way.
The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. T kicks to DiVincenzo. Lopez passes to DiVincenzo. Middleton left side. And the pass to DiVincenzo. Clock at 4. They get it back.
Great instincts by Giannis. Superb timing, and then he pounced on top of that miss.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Pass to Durant. Over onto Kumbo. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Bucks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Durant with the steal. And now the fast break. Durant with the ball. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Giannis. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
So hard to stop down low. Giannis gets around the basket, and it feels like within 8 feet he's going to dunk just about anything.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
Outside Durant. .106 left in the first quarter of the game. Harris's shot is good.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
DiVincenzo kicks to T. Shot clock at 6. High post shot. Lopez, no luck.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Passes it to Harris. From the arc. That one, no good. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Watching that guy put on a burst of speed, he takes up so much of the floor. What a burst by Giannis.
Teague against Harden. Milwaukee with the rebound. DiVincenzo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Stolen by Harden. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James,
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
They've got Portis. E.J. Tucker is out there with Holiday, and it's Forbes in a 2-guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Harden way outside. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Kevin Durant.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Holiday finds Tucker. Holiday against Harden. Banked in off the glass. Holiday's got 4 this quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Jordan the pass to Harden. Right side, Kevin Durant. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
And the sinewy body of Kevin Durant allows him to finish through the physical play.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Holiday looking for an opening. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on. Well, he's seeing everything right now. Fantastic job pulling the trigger when he's open.
DiVincenzo passes to Antetokounmpo. Puts up a 3. Blake Griffin pulls it in.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Claxton, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Here's Middleton, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Middleton looking pretty comfortable right now playing in the pick and roll, whether he's passing the ball or shooting it. Right now making good decisions.
DiVincenzo against Irving. Not going to go that time. The Bucks go the other way with it. Dinwiddie with the steal. The Nets working the ball around now. Irving looking over the floor. Back to Griffin. No good that time. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
I like how Giannis is inviting a little bit more contact and no longer shying away from it.
Dinwiddie dishes to Irving. Pass to Claxton. Back to Irving. Down low, Griffin. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Griffin's got it all tied up now for the Nets. Holiday against Dinwiddie.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Middleton outside. Another shot. Six on the shot clock. Here's Lopez.
And Green's defense, very important to this team's success. The way he gets up in the face of whoever he's guarding, it becomes infectious to the rest of his guys. Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Irving attacking. He makes that one drop. Only a second and 5 tries.
You got to stay in front of Kyrie Irving at all times. Yeah, I said it here from the sidelines. Try doing it out there on the floor.
Outside Holiday. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. And that'll...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Brown. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot.
Holiday perks up a little bit when he gets to the inside, knowing that there's the possibility of some contact.
You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Inside. Here's Holiday. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Brown. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Harden the pass to Jordan. The kick out to Brown. Harden left side. Jordan. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Jordan's got the lead up to 2 now for Brooklyn.
Well, never giving up on the play. DeAndre Jordan keeps after that one, and a sensational flush.
Forbes the pass to Holiday. To the inside, and stolen by Jordan. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. He goes up again. Jordan kicks to Durant. From deep, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Durant's got 5 points now this quarter.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
To halt the run. There's the pass to Morrow. Clock at 6. Here's Holiday. That one's not going to go. Harden with the defensive effort. In transition, here come the Nets. KD dishes to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
On the wing, Holiday, guarded by Harden. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, how many times do we see highlights like this? DeAndre Jordan loves bringing the hammer.
Here is Forbes. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Bucks passing it around. Portis, the pass to Morrow. Kicks it to Holiday. Fires the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
And he commits the intentional foul. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Brooklyn making some changes. Dinwiddie outside. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Here's Middleton. That's good. And so Teague with the assist. Middleton's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Nets.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Here's Irving. Offensive rebound. Pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Green. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Claxton no good. Bucks trail by 7. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Giannis. He's got 14. He dishes it to Middleton. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
It just keeps coming at you. Giannis has so much energy, and when he's this aggressive, he is just a dynamite offensive player.
Dinwiddie outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Dinwiddie's got his first basket.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
In the corner, Irving with it. Takes the three. And no good that time. That shot is off. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Yeah, look at me.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Teague out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Clock is at 3. Irving attacking, and it's sent back by Lopez. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Bucks trail by 7. Teague finds DiVincenzo. Giannis against Griffin. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Just all the physical advantages that Giannis has really present a tough challenge for the defense down there.
Looking to get back on track here. And good, he nails it. And the Nets lead by 7.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Middleton outside. Lopez right side. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 7. And he makes that one.
Yeah, that's the kind of passing that opens up the eyes to Blake Griffin's overall talent.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Middleton outside. The three-pointer, no good. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And a wide open look for Irving. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Harris is checked in for Green, and it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. And here is Jordan. In transition, here come the Nets. KD's got the ball. Wasted no time on that one. And now an 11-point Brooklyn lead. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Here's Giannis. And just miss after miss right now. Brooklyn leading by 13. Irving kicks to Durant. Giannis against Harris. Takes a three. Buries the long-range jumper.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
Drew Holiday's checked in for T. Harden. Durant deciding where to go with it. Back to Harden. On its way from Irving for two. Lopez grabs the board. Bucks trail by 14.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Nets.
One of the areas that has been critical for them, the second chance points we've seen from them tonight.
A huge factor in this one, Kevin. The hustle on the offensive glass, the willingness to go after those rebounds, that was key.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jordan.
I liked his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
Great positioning on the putback.
Giannis down there in great position down low and good timing on the putback.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Now Harden. Outside, KD. From the high post. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Nets lead by 14.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business. Thank you, David. Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Ibaka in at the center. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Teague out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at small forward. Now here's DiVincenzo to the left wing. Well, Greg, fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
The aggressive approach. Leonard pushing the action, rewarded with the foul call.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Middleton against Leonard. Middleton the pass to Teague. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Lopez penetrating. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. And here's George for 3. Morris finds Beverly. Over Teague. Outside for George. No good on the 3. Teague the pass to Giannis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
And there's George. That's good on the assist by Morris.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Giannis. And the rejection by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way. This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Middleton kicks to Teague. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. A nice shot by Teague.
And Teague is just so calm and collected when he gets near the rim.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside, George. George double teamed. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And so it's Milwaukee now. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 1.
And there you see the speed of Teague. Always keeps defenders backpedaling.
And here's Los Angeles. 1:52 left in the first quarter. Here's George. Lays it up off the glass.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now here's Middleton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And it's good, 2 points.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Outside, George. And it's George finishing it off. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead change. It's 6 already.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
There's 45 seconds left here in the first quarter. Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Chris Middleton. The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Morris. Batum comes in for Leonard. And it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. Now here is Holiday. Back to Portis. And the rejection by Zubac. Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First one falls for.
Oh, from the Republic of Congo, Serge Ibaka, Dikembe Mutombo, and Bismack Biyombo. A lot of big man talent because he knows he makes a living at the line. He invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Stolen by Beverly and pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And he uses the glass on the layup.
I mean, blowing past the defense, Patrick Beverly gets up and down the court in a blink.
Pass to Forbes. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Clippers ahead. They lead by 5. And recently on the subject of trash talking, Giannis.
I like to stay locked in to the game. And
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Ibaka is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully he can stay healthy this go around.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Serge Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly.
And Kennard's moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Bucks trail by 11. Antetokounmpo inside. Covered by Morris. Here's Lopez. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And Middleton kicks to Teague. 6 to shoot. Over Jackson.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quickness to stay on the ball and the long reach to affect the shot.
They are really struggling from the floor.
Leonard with no one around. But they get it back. Cousins finds Leonard. From the left block, he sends it through.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Jackson dishes to Leonard. Here's Teague. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, when Teague has a step or two on the drive, he'll shield the ball and do his best to draw contact.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Jackson against Teague. Leonard inside. Cousins kicks it out to Leonard. Fires for 3. Again, Leonard missing.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Here's Middleton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And really, from second-round pick to All-Star, Middleton's story, inspirational. Yet even now, it feels like some people continue to sleep on him.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Clippers leading by 8. George looking over the floor. Here's...
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. And still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
And here's Middleton after Paul George getting his 3 to go. And Giannis throws it down.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
54 seconds left here in the second. Back to Beverly. Pass to George. George double teamed. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Teague the pass to Middleton. We've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Middleton's got 5 points so far.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
George passes to Zubac. Back to George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Ooh, the craftiness of PG-13. Awesome job pulling the defender and jumping into the contact.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here is Forbes. And a wide open... Oh, my goodness! Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 13 points and 1 assist. And
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Bucks. We've got Holiday. Portis is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Nora in at the 3.
This is his bread and butter. Hard to find a young player better than Forbes at shooting off the catch.
And here's George. 13 points in the game. And it's George finishing it off.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Outside Portis. Just 5 to shoot. Knocks it loose. Batum with the steal. There's the 3. The rebound by the Bucks. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Forbes can't get it to go. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. Clippers leading by 11. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Fires from deep. Good on the three-point shot. Jackson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
And Holiday kicks to Forbes. Passes it to Tucker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. The Bucks have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Baca comes in for DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Leonard in for Nicholas Batum. Now, here's Zubats. George passes to Zubats. Over Lopez. Zubats no good. Bucks trail by 12. DiVincenzo kicks to Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Stolen by Zubats. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George with the ball. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. DiVincenzo passes to Tucker. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
One thing about Kawhi, when he's driving, he eats up real estate fast with those long strides.
Lopez passes to Tucker. Leonard finds George. That one goes in.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Middleton outside. Launches a 3. No good on the shot. The Clippers go the other way with it. 1:36 left to play in the third. The pass to Leonard. On the wing, George. Over Lopez. The shot by George, no good. Bucks trail by 16. T kicks it to Tucker. Kicks it down to Middleton. George against T. Middleton dishes to T. Over George. On the clock. Here's Middleton. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Los Angeles leading by 16. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Leonard against Middleton. Leonard the pass to Zubats. The 3 from George. Rebound by Brook Lopez.
Hasn't been able to dial it in from distance. He has just the 1-3, and that was in the first half.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Here's George after the basket by Milwaukee. A three from Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Antetokounmpo swings it in.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Outside Jackson. Here's Ibaka. And it's off the back rim. No good. Gets it off. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Clippers lead by 12. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, we've got Ibaka. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Now, here's George to the paint. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Bucks. It's a 10-point game. Antetokounmpo dishes to Middleton. Top of the key, Teague. Back to Middleton. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. Giannis on the foul. Giannis has got it back down to within single digits for the Bucks.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
The shot's good. And the Clippers lead by 10.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Now here's Middleton. Back to Teague. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers leading by 10. And Beverly kicks to Morris. They get a hand on it. And again, the turnover by the Clippers. Bucks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Now here's Cousins. Back to Beverly. Morris trying to free himself up, and that one's good. Beverly.
A shot that Beverly's developed. Once you have the floater, you don't always have to get to the rim.
Here's Lopez. DiVincenzo passes to Teague. Lets it go from the wing. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. At one point, they led by 16. Morris kicks to Batum. Stolen by Middleton. And here we go. Teague heading to the hoop. And it's in there.
And with the way Teague can move in the open floor, there is just no way to prevent him from getting points on a fast break.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. And that one's good. Beverly.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
A crafty lefty with tons of range. You can't take your eyes off Luke Kennard defensively.
Morris against Giannis. Back to Middleton, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Los Angeles leading by 11. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Cousins is clever. The defender has to do a better job of beating his man to the spot and maintaining position.
The Bucks making a switch here. Holiday's checked in, and then for Los Angeles, Leonard, he's checked in for Batum, and George is subbed in for Luke Kennard. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. The kick out to Lopez. Middleton against Leonard. 5 on the clock. 3-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
Teague against Beverly. Nobody near George. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. And the Clippers lead by 11.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And really, the ceiling for Antetokounmpo is limitless. I mean, he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Oh, free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
George against Holiday. The 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Now Holiday. So the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for David. And with
good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Brown in at the 2. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And the jam by Harden.
Boy, what wonderful vision. Kevin Durant with a picture-perfect pass. Woo-hoo.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now, here is Morris. A three-pointer off the mark. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Here's George. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Nobody near Leonard. Up again. It's hauled in by Brown.
Well, conversions have been a problem. 0 for 4.
And here's Harris from the arc. That one misses. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. George dishes to Ibaka. George against Brown. Now here is George. He's tightly guarded. Los Angeles with another miss.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And here are the Clippers now. After the basket by Brooklyn. And George kicks to Ibaka. A 3-ball. Rebounded by the Nets.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Harden with it. I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways. You can win a lot of different ways. But you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Jackson finds Zubac. 5 to shoot. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Harden. Lets it go with a 3. Poked away. Durant dishes to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Kennard with the rebound.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Jackson down low, guarded by Harden. It's good.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Jackson against Harden. Pass to Durant. 52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Clippers trail by 4. Batum attacking. Misses in close. The Nets have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Inside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Jackson passes to Zubac. The feed to Cousins. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Harden against Jackson. Back to Harden. And that one, good. Harden's got 6.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Nets leading by 4. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
We've got Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Beverly against Dinwiddie. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 4 points. The basket there from Beverly. And the Nets shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Now Dinwiddie. Irving up top. Stolen by Beverly. One-on-one here. Here's Morris. And the layup's good off the glass.
I'll tell you, you have to take pride in finishing through contact. You get the sense Marcus Morris relishes that chance.
Dinwiddie passes to Green. To the middle. Here's Claxton. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard looking around. Down low. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. Here's Claxton, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Claxton's got his first points of the game. Beverly against Dinwiddie. Now here's Beverly. Defense is right there. Pass to Morris. And here's Beverly. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Jordan dishes to Harris. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Leonard. The Clippers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Here's George, and the layup is good. George has got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
You're asking for trouble now if you let Paul George get room to run. Excellent transition and superb at getting himself in the right position.
And here's Harden. He's got 6. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Harden's got 9 points.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that three-point shot is a primary weapon.
And Ibaka kicks to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Bucket is good.
Kevin Durant goes right up with it. Doesn't give the defense a chance to react.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
Jordan and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
Ibaka outside. Back to George. It's hauled in by Brown.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Beverly against Harden.
And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
You see, you can't be too physical with Marcus Morris. This guy is so strong, and he's so good at drawing the foul.
Los Angeles shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Dinwiddie. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Morris. Lays it up off the glass. Morris has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
So that'll be it for the first.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They only had a couple rough stretches. And
we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Irving. Griffin is out there with Green, and it's Claxton in at the center, filling out the middle. The Clippers in the lead. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. The three from George. The Clippers keep it alive. Leonard the pass to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
This is what keeps Cousins' percentages up. The gimmies. My goodness.
Right side Griffin. Pass to Claxton. Ball's knocked loose. Batum with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Jackson kicks to George.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Outside, Green. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like.
Oh, the power on that Gruden.
Now, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
Now the pass to Griffin. Wants to get it to Irving and does. He gets that one.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 3-point lead. George against Irving. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Nets trail by 3. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 6. Bulls from the top of the key. They get it back. Here's Jordan, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul called on the Los Angeles Clippers. The Nets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Here's Jackson. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Passes it to Kennard for the 3. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight. Katie against Batum. Shoots over Batum. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clippers leading by 3. Mann passes to Kennard. Over in the corner, Batum. Over Harris. Shakes him. Batum, good. Batum's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Brown the pass to Jordan, and they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Pass to Cousins. Over Harden. And Durant sends it back.
Kevin Durant uses his length so well. And how about the timing to send that rejection back?
And slam dunk by Jordan.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Jackson against Harden. Jackson dishes to Cousins. Good work there as it goes. Cousins has got 4 points this quarter.
Deep low post position. If DeMarcus Cousins has it, turn the lights out.
Jackson against Harden. From deep three-point range, and it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Mann. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on James Harden.
Yeah, easy call.
For Los Angeles, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Marcus Morris is checked in for Nicholas Batum. Nets trail by 7.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Irving against Kennard. Puts it up from 15. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 5. We'll be back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Leonard in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 5-point game. And here's Morris for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
And that one's good, Irving.
The handles, the burst, almost impossible to stay in front of Kyrie on the drive.
Pass to Beverly. Ibaka looking for an opening. The pass to Morris. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's George finishing it off.
Don't sleep on Paul George's verticality. How nice was that finish?
On the wing, Green. Passes it to Irving. From deep. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Clippers leading by 5. Morris passes to Ibaka. There's the dish to Beverly. Here's Morris. And the shot goes in.
Well, I'll tell you this. If the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Dinwiddie kicks to Griffin. Back to Dinwiddie. Claxton the pass to Griffin. Dinwiddie against Beverly. Back to Dinwiddie. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Nets making a switch here. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Harris is checked in for Jeff Green. And James Harden subbed in for Dinwiddie. Back to Harden. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
George dishes to Morris. Back to George. Beverly against Harden. Beverly the pass to Morris. Back to Beverly. And here's George for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. KD's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And slammed up by Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan, simply a force around the cup. This guy has rare athleticism.
George passes to Beverly. He kicks it to Ibaka. Pass to George. A rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the inside, Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
Kevin Durant calmly steps into that shot with the game hanging in the balance. Love it.
George dishes to Leonard. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. And there's Ibaka. That's good on the assist by Leonard.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Harden surveying the D. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
From 12 feet out, it doesn't go for him. Nice defense from KD. In the corner, Harden, Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Here's the 3, and stolen by Jordan.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
And again, the Clippers turn it over.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
We've got 33 seconds left in the game. Here is Harden. We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Launches it. but they'll get another chance. Irving from long range. The Clippers grab the miss. They've led by as much as 10.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. Probably a little close. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. Lopez, the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. And for the Nets, Jordan is out there with Durant. Then there's Harris. Then there's Brown. And it's Harden in at the point guard position. No good with the triple.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Durant wide open. He fires from outside off the mark. Floats it up for Giannis. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Harden finds Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Brown the pass to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now. He and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
Brown kicks to Harden. The kick out to Brown. Clock at 6. Outside Durant. Jordan trying to free himself up. Kevin Durant can't get that one to fall.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
The shot by Holiday, no good. The Nets have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. There's the lob to Brown. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
On the wing, Holiday. Free throw line jump shot. Middleton against Harris. And Middleton with the nice bucket inside.
That was really a platinum-level effort from Middleton. I mean, crafty in how he carved out room for himself on the interior.
Now, here is Harden. Outside, KD. They get it again. The kick out to Brown. And here's Harden. Jordan, high post. Back to Harden. To the paint. Second shot opportunity. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much-needed asset.
Here is Harden after Drew Holiday's score. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Inside, stolen away. And Teague, here we go. The shot's good from Forbes.
Jeff Teague doing exactly what a point guard should do, setting up his guys nicely.
Harden against Teague. Passes to KD. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
1:05 left in the first quarter. Forbes the pass to Portis. Outside Teague. Kicks to Forbes. Portis trying to free himself. Forbes can't get it to go. Lobbed up there for Durant. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
Now, here's Tucker. Guarded by KD. A Lets it fly. Tucker can't get it to go.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
You know, at this stage of his career, Jordan not only knows his role, but thoroughly and fully embraces it. He's out there to provide energy and hustle on defense and on the glass.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Durant. Green comes in for Harris. Dinwiddie's checked in for Bruce Brown. And Irving subbed in for James Harden.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
And so it's DeAndre Jordan making things happen for the Brooklyn Nets. Scoring. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this. All part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Nets. You've got Irving. Griffin is out there with Green. And it's Claxton in at the 5.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide-open man.
Stolen by Holiday. Dishes it to Lopez. Yep, it counts. Lopez has got the lead up to 4 now for Milwaukee.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Irving against Holiday. Irving passes to Claxton. And that one is off. Good D by Lopez. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Milwaukee leading by 4. Outside Holiday. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second.
Well, Irving looking engaged and aggressive there, making an impact at the defensive end.
Rebound by Drew Holiday. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get over.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. That one goes. Count it.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Trying to get something going. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut back down to 6. They get the basket from Kyrie Irving.
Irving, excellent at converting with either hand. He's got a special talent for finishing in the lane.
Here's Nora, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Pass to Teague. Over Irving. It's deflected. Makes it off the glass. Now just a 4-point Bucks lead.
Always a threat on the drive. Irving has an explosive first step.
Irving against Teague. Aston Morrow. Tucker with the ball. Long shot on the way. That's good on the jump shot. And the Bucks lead by 6.
This offense just continues to impress.
Yeah, getting hotter and hotter. They're really cooking now. Actually cooking with gas, and you know what kind of heat that is. Fire!
They get the rebound. And it's the Bucks ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Green with the block. In transition, here come the Nets. Griffin with the ball. Here's Irving. Another miss by Irving.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Teague, here we go. Snatched up. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Teague's got his first 2 points. Irving against Teague. Irving passes to Claxton. It's blocked. And it's the Bucks on the break. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. It's 2-on-1. Pull-up jumper. Durant, no good. Giannis, that's a 2-pointer. And that would have counted, but is a shot. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams. And that'll do.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. Harden way outside, from beyond the arc, and then some. Harden's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And there's the pass to DiVincenzo. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Now the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence. And I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. Just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
So I bet. Pass to Harris. Wants to get it to KD and does. Basket counts. Durant's got 6.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. He kicks to Middleton. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Harden scanning the floor. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Stolen by Harden. got a piece of it. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates too.
From deep, Harden. But they recover it.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that.
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, yeah!
What? And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. And getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
.130 left to play here in the third. To the middle. And Giannis throws it down.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
KD looking around. Brown outside. Baseline try. Second chance shot out to Harris from past the arc. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
You know, really good to see Harris playing with that kind of confidence because, you know, these shots will only help him get better.
Right side, Jordan. It's stolen by T. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Nwora, the pass to Forbes. Here's Nwora, guarded by Harris. Here's Nwora, 6 on the shot clock. Here's Portis. Goes back up. Here's Giannis. He can't get that one. Durant with some nice D. Nets trail by 8. Pass to Harris. On the wing, Harden. 5 points in the game. And he slams it down right on top of Bobby Portis.
Boy, the confidence of Harden. I love it. When it comes to dribbling the ball, he feels like he can go by anybody at any time.
6 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Nwora. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Griffin is out there with Green. Then there's Irving. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. So that's the Nets 5. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
And Forbes kicks to Teague. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
When Teague drives, he's really good at baiting his defender into giving him path to the lane or committing the foul.
And so Teague gets 2 free throws.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Green kicks to Irving. No good on the triple. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. And a new group in for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Durant comes in for Blake Griffin. Joe Harris is checked in for Jeff Green. And James Harden subbed in for Dinwiddie. The Bucks also with the sub. Drew Holiday is checked in for Jeff T. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
Well, and he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure power.
We could feel that one all the way over here.
Yeah, great aggressive move to the bucket there. He wasn't about to pass that one up. He threw it down.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've led by as many as 11 points.
It's really easy to understand why this team thinks so highly of Antetokounmpo. I mean, a smart player, he takes high percentage shots, and he's team first in his approach.
Inside, Jordan. Lopez with the block. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. 4 on the shot clock. 17-foot shot on the way.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
And that one drops for him. And now a 9-point Bucks lead.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And the Nets miss again.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And Antetokounmpo is really an absolute terror in the open floor. I mean, love seeing a guy his size run the floor the way he does. Wow, impressive.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
It's Harden with the drive.
You know, one of the things that makes Holiday such a terrific defender is his long arms. I mean, he excels at using them no matter who he's defending.
On the wing, Holiday. Lopez outside. On the wing, DiVincenzo. He's covered by Irving. DiVincenzo can't hit it. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. For 3, Harris. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Bucks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
It's the Nets now. 9-point game. A shot by Harden, wide open. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Holiday against Harden. From deep. The shot by Holiday, no good. For three, Durant, no good. And so the Bucks take the win. They see David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for